Hi, it's Athena here at Glutenfreeology. Today I'm going to show you how to make 2 of the recipes for my new cookbook, Glutenfreeology Kitchen Adventures. I'm going to do fried catfish along with grits. These are things that I've eaten pretty much my entire life, and I'm glad that they're naturally gluten-free. So I'll show you how to make them. Let's go. As you can see, I'm using frozen catfish fillets. I don't ever actually measure. I do what I call eyeballing the ingredients, but if you're not sure of how much seasoning to use, I would say at least 1 teaspoon of the seasoning, but you need to be careful with the Creole because it does contain salt. I always say less is more when it comes to ingredients that contain salt. You can always add more later, but if you put too much on, there's nothing that you can do. At the time that I recorded this, I did not have any fresh milk, but for the recipe featured in the cookbook, I used buttermilk. If you have regular whole milk, you should just add a couple of capsizefuls of white vinegar, and that will create your buttermilk effect. If you are lactose intolerant, or like me making this video, don't have any fresh milk available, it's fine if you do it with just the egg and Worcestershire mix. So once my catfish has been fully defrosted, I'm sticking it in the marinade, and I'm going to let that sit for about 15 minutes. I also use the fork to poke holes in the fish just so that the marinade can penetrate the fish. Now I'm putting together the ingredients for the dry batter. A lot more heavy-handed with the seasoning because this is where the main flavor of your fish comes into play. But of course, as I said before, the Creole seasoning has salt, so I'm taking it easy with that, and I'm not as heavy-handed, just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way, trust me. Once you're satisfied with your seasoning to cornmeal ratio, you want to shake everything up so all of the ingredients are well blended. Then add your fish to your cornmeal mix and shake it up again. Of course, don't put too much fish in there because you want to make sure that the fish is thoroughly coated. And instead of shaking off the excess, you want to pack the cornmeal into the fish just to make sure it gets into all the cracks and crevices. So I'm using quick cook grits. That is a mouthful. It does not take long to make. It's done in less than 7 minutes. I start out with boiling water. I salt it. I add my butter. Then I pour in my grits. Then I grab a spoon and stir it together, just making sure there aren't any lumps. And once it thickens up, I quickly remove it from the heat. As you can see, the cornmeal is thoroughly coated on the catfish. In my previous videos, whenever I'm frying, I typically shallow pan fry just because It allows me to use less oil. Of course, whenever you're frying anything, never ever walk away from the stove. Sometimes you might need to adjust the heat. I start out at high, then I reduce to medium high. If it looks like it's cooking too fast, simply reduce it to medium low. Frying food is never anything you want to rush. You want to make sure everything cooks through thoroughly. So it's been about 4 minutes and now I am flipping it over. I've got the camera in one hand and the spoon in the other, but typically I would use a fork and a spatula. Much easier to do it that way, but hey, what are you gonna do? Now I'm plating everything up and I cannot wait to enjoy this. Total cook time was less than 20 minutes, not counting the defrosting of the catfish, but oh my gosh, I cannot wait to take a bite.
Hi, it's Athena at Glutenfreeology. I just showed you how I make fried catfish with grits. And of course, I almost never eat it without eggs, either scrambled or fried. So, going to dig in, break the yolk, mash all of that up, dig into a little bit of this. Not burn my mouth. Okay. All of this on a fork. So good.
So that's it. Fried catfish with grits, one of my recipes in my new ebook out now. Thanks for watching.